What's up, family? Hey, I want to jump on here real quick and talk to you guys about something. The other day, I was at my nephew's apartment, and I left and um, went to my truck, and I was leaving. I was watching that video, and I got in my truck and had my headphones in, and d- somehow I fell asleep. Right, with the headphones on, the movie's still playing. A little while later, I woke up and I was coughing and choking, and that's what woke me up. And there was a big commotion, so I turned around and I looked. There's the apartment building behind me, not my nephew's, but the apartment building behind me was engulfed in fire. There's a bunch of firefighters between my vehicle and that building fighting to put out the fire. Stay with me, we're about to go somewhere. I was tripping, and the first thing I did was like, man, I'm feeling bad for the people in these apartments. It's like, man, God, I hope nobody's in them. Man, I hope nobody dies, nobody's hurt. You know what I mean? We'll do. And then I start feeling bad because, man, all of the possessions. I mean, because the building was gone. It was just engulfed in flames. And so then I'm sitting there, I was like, because I understand there's no such thing as coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Coincidences uh, only occur for people who are not in alignment with God, and they can't understand the big picture. They can't see the 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 meaning behind what's occurring. And so to them, it's just a coincidence. It's an accident. It's just happen chance or happenstance or whatever the case may be. But I don't believe in that. There's a purpose for everything. So I'm asking God, just like, what's the purpose? What's this mean? He says, remember something. Last year, you had to be evacuated. Again, I live in California. We had a bunch of fires, and the fires was coming over the hills to where I was at. And so everybody in my little community was evacuated out of the mountains due to the fire. I came, stayed with my nephew for a couple of weeks, the same nephews that I was at a couple of nights ago. So I was with them for 2 weeks before we could go back to our place. I was spared. You know what I mean? Everybody wasn't spared, but I was spared. My place didn't catch on fire or any of that. I didn't lose anything. And so as I was sitting there the other night, and I was like, man, that could have been me. Stay with me. I'm about to go somewhere. God, what are you showing me through this? Elijah, you were asleep. You had your headphones on. You were watching the movie. You were dead to the world. And you didn't even see the fire. You didn't even see all the fire people come out. You didn't hear the commotion of the firefighters. You didn't hear all the fire trucks. And yet they were fighting to put out the fire. He said, Elijah, so often in life, things are occurring in the spiritual realm that we don't see, that you guys don't see, you guys don't understand, you can't hear, you can't comprehend. And you have to know that I got you. You have to know that it's all good. You're protected. And there's a trip because I was trapped. And what I mean by trapped, there's one way in and one way out where I was at. You know what I mean? I couldn't just turn my truck on and leave to get to safety. I was stuck. The firefighters was between me and the fire. All the fire trucks are around. There was nowhere to go. I was pinned in. I was like, wow. And I got you. You have to trust that you're always being protected. Second thing, Elijah, that fire started in one building, one room, and all the other apartments caught on fire because they were attached to the wrong apartment. Stay with me. None of those other people knew that that fire was going to occur. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got in those apartments. You know what I mean? So often in life, we attach ourselves to people, to things, not aware of what's going to happen. We attach ourselves to relationships, not knowing that this relationship is going to doom us. not knowing that this relationship is going to destroy everything we're trying to establish, everything we're trying to build up. And yet, when you're spiritually aligned, you have to understand that there are people looking out for us. People come into our lives, say things, do things to help us make it out of that hell. They'll say things, they'll give us opportunities, they'll make a way in order for us to escape what would have been our doom and our gloom. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.